What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is another episode of No Pad, No Pencil Sports. I got my man Chip with me, and we're gonna talk about Izzy versus Strickland. Who do you got, Chip?
I mean, I got Adesanya. Strickland, in terms of Strickland's the kind of guy that gives white people a bad name. I mean, the way he's the picture perfect example of somebody who really doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself. I mean, you should hear the way his teammates talk about him. He's somewhat similar to what I told you when we and I talked last, but it actually happened that Strickland's only chance is a one hitter. Strickland has power to back it up, but he's nowhere near close as technical a striker as Izzy is. Izzy has now grappled and wrestled with 205ers, so I'm not convinced that Strickland's going to be able to just bully Adesanya on the ground because he's been down there with Alex Pereira and Jan Blachowicz, who are both huge. I just don't think Strickland has it, and I'm waiting for this press conference to see what stupid shit he has to say.
He's too one-dimensional for Izzy. I'm gonna say stoppage. I don't know when, but Izzy's going to punish him.
Oh yeah,
and we have to redeem ourselves from the last fight, but we're gonna redeem ourselves this fight. This is an easy fight for Izzy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even if he doesn't put him out, I could see it could be going 5 rounds and being stopped on damage. I mean, it's at the end of the day, regardless of how this plays out, the only way Strickland wins is by landing a tough overhand or something like that. Because, like I said, he's going to get outstruck technically, outstruck with power. The clinch isn't going to go well. I don't see it. It's not going to be good.
I want to know what was Dana thinking about booking this fight. How did he get this fight? I mean, I knew he had a little setback against what's my man name? He lost. It was a close fight that he lost.
Are you talking about when? Shoot,
got his name on the tip of my tongue. God damn it! I can see his face. But it set him back. But he was supposed to get this fight. You know, he redeemed himself. Oh man,
it was Driscus Duplessis, the white guy out of South Africa.
Yeah, he was supposed to get this fight.
Yeah, and I honestly think that would have been a much better fight.
Right.
I mean, in terms of that division, he's run through it all. I mean, the closest I had to him was really Robert Whittaker before Alex Pereira showed up. And to be honest with you, if him and Alex Pereira fought again, I'd probably put a 50-50.
That's who he lost to. He lost to Alex Pereira.
Mm-hmm. Alex Pereira. See, the funny thing about that is I actually watched their kickboxing match before many, many years back. And I distinctly remember Adesanya getting knocked out with the oxygen mask on.
Yeah.
When he got knocked out in the first fight, I was like, holy shit, this is deja vu. But that's a good rivalry. They respect each other. That's really good for the sport, those two. I mean, they have a lot of mutual respect. It's not a lot of bullshit. I mean, I'd like to see them fight again, too.
It had to be a 205, but Izzy's stuck in no man's land right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he cleaned out the division besides the prisons, but man, he too small for 205. It's like
Jan held him down for 5 rounds without problem.
Look, under pride rules, Izzy won that fight. Me and my homeboy always talk about it. Izzy won. He was so aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, you get Izzy soccer kicking Jan in the face in the ground. I could definitely see how that goes.
I'm just saying he didn't do anything. I had Izzy winning that fight. I'm like, Izzy all he did was dry hump him for 5 rounds.
The only reason I always say in order to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. Neither of them beat each other.
Right. I mean, it was just what Izzy was trying to accomplish. I would have gave him the fight because he was aggressive. Y'all did was held him down and did nothing. What the hell? I mean, went on the ground.
I was hoping they'd strike more because Jan's kind of known for being able to throw some hands here and there.
But he played it safe that fight.
Oh,
he ain't took no risk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to stand there on the damn ground with it.
Oh, boy. But the fight is Ty versus Volkov. Alexander Volkov. Somebody getting knocked out.
Yeah, and the thing about it is I love Tai Tuivasa is great for the sport, especially since the heavyweight division was kind of weak prior to Jon Jones coming up and winning that title. He's got a great personality, super fun to watch. Volkov is one of the people that I can tell you actually scares me. In terms of him as a person, him as a fighter, and his overall persona, he's terrifying.
Right. He's a killer, man.
He is a killer, and he's a former. And all these killers, Alistair Overeem that came from there. I'm blanking. But these K1 kickboxers that were champions. That Gon was another K1 kickboxer that came over. Come over and are able to do a lot of damage because of their experience in K1. So, in terms of Tai Tuivasa, like I said, great guy, throws haymakers, not super technical. He's going to get eaten alive in kickboxing. So he better hope that he can take his ass to the ground, because otherwise I don't see that going any other way, because Volkov can hit hard and he hits precise.
But see, that's why I like Tai in this. Volkov can be too technical for a fight like this, and a guy like Tai can just hit him with a one-hitter quick. It just be wild.
We've seen it before.
Right. Like he's like this Mark Hunt for the UFC. He a big Samoan brawler. That's if he's Samoan or Tallman.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, like I said, I like him. If he wins, I won't have a problem with it. I've seen Volkov lose fights that in the past that for the same exact reason that you're talking about, playing it too safe, playing it too technical rather than letting it all out. Right. So at the end of the day, I think that'll be a great fight. I'm more so my next heavyweight card I'm looking forward to is coming in November with Jon Jones, but that'll be another.
Oh yeah. What you think about the boy that fight out of here? Manuel Kape? He from Gatesburg area.
Oh shit! Yeah, did he? 1 second. Let me.
He fights Felipe dos Santos.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now it just took me off the screen. What the hell? There we go. Okay. Yeah. No. I actually had just found out about him about I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've been kind of slacking on not the newcomers, but I guess newer, fresher names in that division.
Yeah, I think he out of Lloyd Irving's gym. Don't hold me to it, but he's somewhere out PG County, Montgomery County.
We got somebody straight out of Baltimore ground team that's going to be on the contender. Yeah, coming. He's going to be on the contender series next week, so he should.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's hope he does well. I mean, we always like to see the Baltimore talent, and now they're talking about bringing Gervonta for a boxing match back here.
Oh, yeah, it's happening.
I love that.
Shit, what is that? Cruz, him and Cruz.
So the crazy thing is, and I don't know if I told you this last time, the picture of Gervonta that everyone always loves with him standing in the street, in the right on Waynard. I think that's that street. The building right behind him in that iconic picture was the building that I lived at and did property management at for all those months and whatnot. So when I saw that picture, I was like, "Holy shit! I live there."
Oh shit! Oh my goodness! But yeah, man, Tank he gonna sell out the arena. He gonna break their attendance record because they remodeled it and they need a big bang. Because something going down at the arena every week. They having top-notch shows once.
They need to talk about getting us a basketball team in Baltimore, but that's never gonna happen.
DC ain't gonna let that happen, man. No, sir. And honestly, I don't think we got enough corporate dollars to support it.
I agree with you on that. I think we got it all. I mean, we can barely even support the goddamn baseball team at this point.
I don't know about that, man, because that stadium full, man. You see that game last week?
Yeah, but you hear John, the goddamn stupid owner can't keep his mouth out of his ass.
Angelos, he's trying to strong arm the city though, because he want to build a complex like an entertainment. They have an entertainment complex to go from Russell Street to the casino all the way to Camden Yards. But he wanted to be the contract of it, and he's trying to have it on the parking lot. And the city was like, if we ain't getting part of that money, you're not going to be involved.
Yeah, and then he's over here telling the fans and everything that he doesn't know if he's going to be able to pay these young players. Okay, then we can go right back to losing majority of the games of the year. Like, that's cool. The city's not going to support you.
It don't make any sense. He won $300 million from the city, but he's saying he don't want to pay the team, but you want to upgrade Camden Yards like it's a major market. You got to make it make sense.
That's what I mean.
You
Do
can't
both.
cry. It's a small market team, but you want to have big market upgrades. It don't make any sense.
The thing about it is, Orioles fans will come and support. I mean, like I said, when the team's doing well, they'll show out. Like you just said, it's selling out all the time. So if you want to make those two ends meet, then put the money forward first and keep these young guys that are going to be up on contract, like Rushman, Henderson, all them, because that's ridiculous. If you let 3 dudes walk in and out of the door when we had just now having our most winning record since 2012 or whatever it was,
14.
Stupid.
But this is a contradictory of everything. Everybody talk about how Baltimore is so high crime. That goddamn stadium got 40,000 people in there every goddamn weekend when the Ovals play. You can't. It's like, once again, they pick and choose when they want to talk about crime.
I know when I was living in Boston for a year, listening to them talk about crime, and that's the funny thing. They want to talk about Baltimore being high crime. Guarantee you, none of them have ever seen what these high crime areas look like or met any of the people from those communities. Like I was telling you earlier, 95% of them are wonderful, amazing people who want the same exact good vision that you have.
Right. But it's like the topic we was talking about behind closed things. A lot of people are hostages in their own home, man. It's like they want to say something, but they know they can't say nothing because it's going to get around of them saying something. So they just keep their mouth closed and go about their business, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the first things you learn, and that is make sure you mind your own damn business.
Baltimore, easy town to maneuver in. You keep your mouth closed, you go about your business.
Nobody will bother you.
You may have one asshole, but hell, there's always that one.
Well, most of the time, especially even in that one person, there's usually enough people around you to be like, "Oh, that person to shut the fuck up," with that kind of stuff.
Man, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah,
like I say, man, I mean, besides the BS, just stay out of a crowd. You'll be all right. Stay out of Fells Point at the 12 o'clock. Stay off the block at the 1. You cool.
Yeah, and even that, like I said, they're talking like they make it seem like those areas are where you and I were talking about earlier, like where Calhoun Baker's at in Deep West and Penn North area and all that other stuff.
People don't know they're gentrifying Baltimore in real time. If we really think about it, all the crime is happening in East and West Baltimore, but you got $1 million homes on Jackson Street and Locust Point. Roland Park, at the 9 o'clock, you're not supposed to be there. The police are going to pull you over. Hamden, they're the John Hopkins kids going wild. They don't patrol that. It's like they're giving the crime away to East and West Baltimore.
Yes. So one of the people I had worked with at Frederick Douglass Apartments on Calhoun Street, I talked to him recently, and they told me police won't even come to the property for the last 6 months. They said they don't even show up when they get called. Domestic violence don't come. Gunshots don't come. Guns in the building doesn't matter. You're entirely right about that. That's actually a very good point. I'd never thought about it that way. Why did they stop coming to these places? Like, yeah. That's
first thing first. The police are outmanned. They say it's They say it's down 500 police officers. They've been saying this shit for 5 years. I believe it's over 1,200.
Probably.
Who wants? It's like this with the shooting in Brooklyn. Them people was calling the police for hours and they never showed up because the police knew they was outmanned.
Damn, yeah. And like I said, you can isolate the crime in those locations. That's what they're choosing to do.
Because you got to think about it. I can tell you right now how they gentrify Baltimore, and people don't think. From Bayview Hospital all the way up to what's the park? Not Patterson Park. What's the park? Oh my God. Is it Patterson Park?
I think it's Patterson Park that you're talking about.
Canton. Yeah, Patterson Park. Anything below that is gentrified. They call that Canton, South Canton. What the hell is? I've been in Baltimore all my life. What the hell is a South Canton? They is making this shit up as they go along, man.
Every time they develop an area, they just come up with new shit for it.
Honest to goodness, between Bayview, John Hopkins Bayview, all the way up to Monument Street, it used to be dead flat area. Now they got condos, brand new shopping centers. I'm like, okay, they gentrified this. It's like this. I tell everybody they're playing from Baltimore. The plan for Baltimore by 2030 is to have Baltimore under 60% black, but also have it between 600,000 and 700,000 people. And as you can see, the population of Baltimore growing. It really is growing.
Yeah. Like I said, in terms of, you and I talked about Brandon Scott earlier, all that other stuff. I mean, I don't know if you can trust any image that's put out in front of you. I mean, regardless, I don't trust any plan that they would have, regardless of what they put in front of me at this time, or regardless of whatever they put in front of all of us, that would make me say, yeah, that's what you should be doing, because they haven't put that kind of confidence. I mean, I've seen the blatant lies. I've seen how the city programs are. I've talked to the people that run them. There's a lot of corruption. I mean, I know the city just got robbed of about 70. This is something probably a lot of people don't know, and I don't even know if I should be saying on air to this, but the city just got robbed of probably about $125,000 because the drug rehabilitation program on Penn North, all their employees, clients, and everything were stealing every time they came through. They just had to fire 38 people. So those are the things you don't hear about. That $125,000 that could have been used elsewhere. So I mean, regardless of whatever it is that they put in place or they decide to put in place, I can see the frustration. I saw the pain. I saw the hurt, and I saw the desire for things to be different for a lot of people. So I hope at the end of the day that they're doing it right. But like you and I said, it seems like there's a lot more wrong mistakes being made than correct. I mean, wrong choices being made than right choices.
Right now, it's a push to get Sheila Dixon back in office. But I'm telling everybody, you gotta watch out for that Mark Conway kid. He's everywhere now. It's like this in Baltimore, he got the family last name.
That's what you need.
I mean, but it could be what you need, but at the same time, it's like, is you really for the people?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying legs within the community, I got you. I see what you're saying now. Okay.
It's like he got the family last name. Ain't nobody gonna go against that name, but are you really genuine for the people?
Just a name. I got you. I misinterpreted you there. No, that makes sense. But yeah, no, I mean, as you and I, both people that very much love and care about the city and want to see it go well, I mean, what we can do is hope for the best and voice our opinions as strong as we can, because
because I love it. There ain't no place in the world like Baltimore. People may say what they want to say. We're some genuine ass people. We're going to tell you if you're right or wrong, man.
I hated being in Boston that's the thing. Boston's a beautiful city. Don't get me wrong. Old as hell. Everything there is super nice, but I couldn't click with anybody there. Right. I felt so out of place, like from the first day I got there to the last.
But yeah, man. What you think? Who's there in the next project, man? We got Sugar Shane.
Yeah. Who's coming up soon? Are you talking about project in terms of like you and I talking a fight, or project fighter?
No, just a project. Like who is the one he's going to push next?
Oh my God, there's a couple names. I mean, did you see what he was saying about Aljo and Marab, about how there's no room for friendship and there's two bitches need to fight each other?
But see, that's Dana being Dana, man. It's like Aljo in his doghouse for some odd reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what Aljo did, but he's in his doghouse.
And I think that's stupid anyhow. I wouldn't want to fight my teammate. And the only time you've seen teammates fight in the past is when a relationship has gone horrible. Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal, Jon Jones, Rashad Evans. I mean, it's usually not people fighting under good terms.
Do you think Aljo has a right to have a rematch?
Yes.
Yeah, the way that they did him wrong, man. He just fought a hard fight. You rushed him back, and you knew he was injured. You stacked the goddamn deck against him, man.
Yeah, the thing that hurt is that, like, when you and I were talking about it, the one thing that I said, he's gonna get caught. That's the only way he loses, is if he gets caught with a counter. And I'm sitting there and I watch it, and it wasn't pretty. And I'm glad that he didn't complain about the stoppage, though, because I did see a lot of people complaining about that. It did show that he did accept the loss, and there's a lot of reasons why I have pushing towards him getting a rematch rather than somebody else fighting.
Because they're trying to hype up Shane versus my man from Welterweight.
Oh, Cheeto
beat the hell out of him.
I thought O'Malley tore his Achilles in that fight and it was called off.
Oh, okay. They're gonna have to wait it out then. They're gonna have to wait that's the next year fight.
You see, from my understanding, if I remember correctly, O'Malley literally his Achilles popped in the middle of the fight and they had to call it because it was like he couldn't walk.
Okay.
So I want to see that fight again. I think O'Malley needs to shut up about disrespecting Cheeto Vera though, because Cheeto Vera's a good.
He a banger. And
yeah. So we'll see what happens with that.
And Daniel gonna sell that fight, man. So far, these next couple UFC calls is everything we need. He's stacking the deck.
Like I said, each week you'll see me get more excited till that Jon Jones card's coming up. I know it'll probably be his last one, but
you talking about he may retire?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing and seeing that he's going to make a business decision with his legacy, and he doesn't care who he fights in this last fight because Stipe didn't agree at first. He was going to fight Pavlovich. Oh my God, I can't pronounce that. But Stipe ended up agreeing, and his hometown is in New York. And he said, "What do you guys think about me retiring on November? 11th in front of MSG after I knock out Stipe?" And I was like,
Jon Jones is talking the talk. He just signed a new 8-fight deal.
I know. I hope he's talking that shit. I'd like to see him beat up some young kids.
I mean, but if you're talking like that, it's everything I said in the last podcast. I don't think he has it at heavyweight. I really don't think he has it.
We'll see. That's why I hope Stipe's old as shit now, though. He's like 42, and I wanted to see him fight somebody that's not. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's been out the cage for like 2 years too.
Yeah, and Stipe goes to sleep easy. Did you watch his Ngannou fights? That he's gonna get one elbow or a kick to the head, and he's gonna go out. He has a glass chin now.
This is the ultimate test for Jon Jones at heavyweight. This is gonna make him or break him. If he talking about retire, it's like this what they say with an athlete. If he talking about retired, he retired. It's in his head.
Yeah, no, I agree. But what are you gonna do when you and I talk after it? It'll be 1 minute into the first round. He gets him in a guillotine.
I'm like Jon Jones got a horseshoe in his ass. He pull it off.
I was so pissed. I just wanted to watch him fight for 2 rounds, man. That's all I wanted.
Man, like I said, gang was scared. That's that Euro shit, though, man. Them Euro boys come over here, they be scared as hell.
It is true. I barely hear people say that, but I completely agree with you. I don't know if it's the way martial arts is taught over there, if the same aspects are not emphasized the way they are over here. I don't know if it's just kickboxer galore over there. Who knows? But you're right. It technically doesn't tend well.
They more focus on the sport and the point style of kickboxing. Then we're aggressive over here. We're trying to knock you out.
Damn right.
I'm gonna give the Dutch boys the benefit of the doubt because they're the best kickboxers in the world to me. Man.
Oh yeah. Of course. Oh my God.
Better Hardy, Ernesto Hus, Melvin Manhoff, they some killers, man.
And what's crazy to me is some of these people in kickboxing have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fights. I don't even know how you do that.
Hey, do you think K1 can make a comeback and be big as it was?
I'd like to see it. I actually think one's going to take that place, though. One championships events are entertaining.
Right.
Every single fighter that wins is actively given a $50,000 bonus. It incorporates everything from Muay Thai fights to kickboxing fights to submission grappling to standard MMA. It's got the whole thing, and it's got some pretty damn talented people. So typically when you're watching a one fight card, you'll be watching 3 championships in a night. You'll have one kickboxing, one sub grap, one MMA, and they're typically really good. In terms of their rule sets as well, grounded knees are allowed. With not entirely pride rules, but like I said, there's a lot of those stupid safety kinks that I think should be taken.
Elbows on the ground and the position on the ground, you can't be down there too long you can't stall on the ground.
Right, right. I mean, I don't know what the rules on elbows are, but I'm assuming 12-6 would still be illegal for that.
So what you think Glory missing, the kickboxing league? It's missing something. It just can't take the place of K1 to me.
They've done a good job of trading off and on of reputable fighters coming to higher levels. And really, I think it's a matter of ownership. The thing about why the UFC is the way it is, and the reason they have a lot of money, and the reason they get all of the things that they want, is because Dana White's a selfish prick.
Right.
He's done a fantastic job, but also an awful job of marketing that company.
You think so? Because when you think of the UFC, you think of him. He's the face of the UFC.
Exactly. So the company looks great, but in your head, somebody who listens to this news knows the fighters aren't getting paid, even though you're watching them every Saturday. So regardless, yeah, Dana White did a great job. The sport's damn popular, but at the same time,
that's about to change because they're about to go public, and all their books are going to be open. So they're going to have to start paying people. With that merger with them and the WWF, they're going to have to. Who's getting paid what and who's getting paid this?
I'm excited for that to come. I know that Bellator and the PFL are about to merge too, most likely. I heard that they're most likely going to do that.
Yeah. When I was hearing the cons, they was interested in Bellator, but I ain't heard nothing else.
I'm not interested in Bellator.
I mean, they had their run. They had a run when they could. It's like this. The Kimbo fight really hurt them. The Kimbo and Dada 500.
Yeah.
Fight, that did it for them.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not a huge Scott Coker guy either in terms of his way of business either. So.
But how serious did he take the PFL though? I watch it and I'm just like, they missing something. It's something that's missing.
They are missing it. There's a lot of work that has to be done with that. The reason they're getting names to come over there is because they're throwing fat contracts at people who don't deserve it.
Right.
Who just went over there from like Thiago Santos is over there. You got Shane Burgos. You got a couple guys from the UFC. That regular season style that they're doing there, I mean, it's kind of cool and everything, but it's kind of pointless. It doesn't really show you who the best fighter is, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like I said, it's cool. It'd be nice if that was kind of like an in-season tournament, like they do in basketball and shit like that. But outside of that, I don't see much.
But all it takes is 1 or 2 injuries and mess the whole format up.
My point exactly. I don't watch it enough to know if that's ever happened, but that's a very good point.
I mean, it's like people business practice. It's like this. With all these other organizations, they need to just go ahead and have inter-promotional fights to see who's the real champ is, because Bellator, PFL, and it's another one. I'm like, what are y'all fighting for? We already know the best fighters in the UFC. So what are you trying to do?
Right. I mean, I would have loved to see Jon and Ngannou when they were all talking about that, but that'll never happen.
Man, once again, did Francis want the fight? Because he could have signed a 1-fight deal.
They were giving it to him. They gave him damn near close to what he wanted, but not everything he wanted. I mean, Dana wanted to see it happen because Dana thinks Jon will win.
You know what, Francis, what he doing, he just Randy Couture. Like, what are you doing? You the champ. You fighting in the league with no heavyweights. Your big payday is right there, and Dana's going to pay you what you want. So why did you go across the street? It don't make sense.
And I don't see this boxing match with Fury going well for him.
Oh, yeah, Fury going to box his head off, man.
Gonna knock it off. I was about to say, after I started watching Tyson Fury probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and I remember the first couple fights I watched, I'm like, damn, this dude's fucking strong. He can swing. The image I always have in my head is the Wilder. I think it was the first Wilder fight. Yeah.
Like I say, man, it's like some of the representation of these fighters need to be kicked in their ass because they telling they telling the fighter the wrong advice. Now he signed this deal with the PSL. Is he really gonna get what he want from this deal? Because the terms are kind of outlandish. He wanted to be the president of the PFL Africa. Y'all haven't thrown one event. How you gonna be the president of that?
You see, when you put it out there like that, I can kind of understand why Dana would look at him and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
That's why I was like, man, what? It's like he took a bunch of guarantees, but can they guarantee? Like, who are you going to fight over here?
No one.
I mean, that's why I say it don't make any sense.
Nope, it's not gonna happen. I mean, like I don't know if it was Shell Sutton or somebody else said it when he signed elsewhere. A lot of people said that's you can pretty much put out the candle in his MMA career because he's just going to slowly dwindle away. Regardless if he's fighting again or not, it's going to be nobody's unless people are going to be watching.
And like they say, man, if you out of the public eye, people going to forget about you.
Right. And the public eye is the UFC.
Right. Oh, my goodness. I got brain dead real quick. Do you think my man that got knocked out by the boy from London? Oh, my God. Former champ that got knocked out by the kid from London. I just got brain dead or something.
Which class?
170.
Just got knocked out. Oh, you're talking about Usman.
Yeah, Usman. You think he done?
Yeah.
I think he's because that last fight he fought, he tried to lay in prayer on him, and his shit still didn't work. I was telling my homeboy, I'm like, he's done, man. When you saw fighting safe,
people are saying he's been known to have really bad knees for a while now too. And after that fight, one of his trainers came out and said that he cannot even run on concrete comfortably anymore. If you're at that point of your career, my friend, you have to call it quits. It's
I mean, but his resume, he top 3 of all time at 170.
Oh yeah.
But that 170 division, my friends hate when I say that's Kobe division now, man. That's Kobe division.
Thank you. Oh my God. People hate that, but it's about to happen. It's going to be bad too because people are going to be upset.
He's going to beat the boy from London. I'm brain dead tonight. Oh, I've been talking about this shit all day. This guy brain dead. What is his name?
Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards. Kobe going to beat him, man.
Colby's a beast, to be honest with you. He's a tool, but he's a beast.
He in the wrong because Usman was all wrong for him. They the same fighter, honestly. He just don't got the power that Usman had.
Yeah, and they had hell of good fights too. It wasn't like they weren't entertaining.
Classics.
Absolutely.
It's just like it's what I said earlier about Leon Edwards. It's that Euro shit. They don't go for the kill. I mean, he got lucky with Usman though. That was luck.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it was a perfectly timed counter. It wasn't like he was swinging for a fence or anything. He just clicked him right on the momentum.
And honestly, I can't say that luck. He on the hell of a win streak. He got a 3-year win streak. Yeah, he got a long ass win streak.
Yeah, about 3, probably maybe even it's 3.
You know why? Because COVID slowed up everything, so he got a hell of a win streak.
Yeah, no, I was about to say that might be a little bit more. Who knows? But I think it's around there.
Yeah, it's just my homeboy was like, man, I hate that motherfucker Kobe. I'm like, man, he's entertaining. You gotta get past the theatrics. Man, Kobe, that guy, man.
That's all he is. If you get past the theatrics, it's he annoys me too sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
He put that goddamn Make America hat green on and make you want to hate him.
But he does it on purpose. It's just
right. He a hell of a showman, man.
Exactly, and that's the thing of it. That's how all way you can make successful careers, even when you lose those championship fights, is being that showman that he is, because he keeps that attention.
He must watch TV. I ain't never seen him in a boring fight.
And what fight?
I never seen him in a boring fight.
No, you're right. He's in that same page with Justin Gaethje. Nothing.
I was about to touch on Gaethje. You think he's title contention worthy for the next championship?
I think he's gonna get it. I don't think he's gonna win.
I think he just Cowboy Cerrone. Had an entertaining fight, but he just can't win the big one. I mean, he won it with Poirier though.
Yeah, I mean, Gaethje's one of those other people who the R word keeps on coming out of his mouth. He's been talking retirement so much recently. So he's really one bad loss away from being done too.
I mean, he slowed down the style though. He's picking his shots wisely now. Because I remember he used to be like, just coming in 3 rounds till he tire out.
Constant overhands.
And that's it. And where's Chip? I didn't expect us to go this long, man. We gone.
No worries. Hey, like I told you, I mean, in terms of, it's not even just about MMA. I love talking about the city, love talking about martial arts, boxing, whatever. You know, I'm always here for it.
Right. Hey, my last words, trust Colby Covington. He's going to be the next champion.
You heard it here first. Colby champion within the next year is going to happen.
Yes, indeed. Oh, dang, need that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our episode. Chip won't be back. How do you look after the fight?
Sorry, what'd you say?
How you look after the fight? We'll come
I'll be good. After the fight, I'll be chilling. I'm actually having it'll just be me and my significant other and a couple of her friends, but they're gonna leave once the fight's over, so I should be good.
Okay, Chip. Thank you, man.
Hey, appreciate it, brother. I'll be seeing you around.
All right. Anytime, Chip.